Hey, it's Eric Webster, and I'm with Heather Glass, who back in mid-December completed her fourth Virtual Gastric Band session. And at the time, we talked about her willingness to share her experience. And we're down the road a little piece, so she really has a great idea of how it worked in her life. And I'm just so tickled and um, grateful that she's been willing to sit with me this morning and share a little bit of how this process has impacted her. And I'll let her tell you in her own words, because you're tired of listening to me anyhow, and who can blame you? Heather, how's it going?
Good. Fabulous, actually.
Good. So my memory was that right from the first session, you were pretty tickled with the changes that you were seeing. And am I correct in my memory? And sometimes I am, that it was like, wow, finally something that works.
Yes. I have tried everything under the sun. Isogenics, Thrive, Level, anything you could possibly think of over the years. I've been fat for probably 14, 15 years, and I used to be real skinny. So I call my life, I used to be hot. Now I'm not. And I wanted things to change. I've been living half of a life for a long time, and COVID kind of taught me that it's time to enjoy life and be healthy.
What did you told me just a few minutes ago when we were chatting? You have a catchphrase or a motto for the year?
For 2021,
Yeah.
Your attitude determines your direction.
I love that.
And before I saw you, I just struggled. I knew my mind wasn't right, and I knew I needed that. So I got a referral for you from my brother-in-law, who is also doing well on this.
Wonderful.
And yeah, that's where I started.
I helped his wife quit smoking, right?
I believe so. I haven't spoken to Jeff in a little bit, but last time I heard from him, he was down a good 45, 50 pounds, I believe. So he's doing really well too.
Good. And I ask?
I'm down 35 pounds.
Okay.
Yep. I'm down 35 pounds. And the first time I saw you for the first date was November 17th.
Okay. So in just short of a month, then we went through the 4 sessions, and 35 pounds later, here we are. So
yes.
what's the, because you've tried all those other programs, and I know that there are so many people that have been on one diet or another their entire life and none of them work. That's so frustrating. But what do you feel is the difference with this program?
The big difference for me was I really struggled. I am a sweet tooth junkie, and I knew my biggest problem was I just couldn't give up sugar. I would eat sugar all day long, every day. And I don't know what the secret is. You will have to tell me what the secret is, but that's what I gave. The first thing I concentrated on was sugar, and I dropped 20 pounds just by doing nothing else, just giving up sugar. Still eat fries, still eat burgers, still eat pizza. And I don't know what the difference is, but my attitude is in the right place now.
I love that you mentioned that you still love fries and burgers and pizza, because that is one of the remarkable differences. Is there really is no deprivation on this program. No. You can eat whatever you want, but it's about eating mindfully and listening to your body. When your body says, hey, Heather, we're good here, instead of going, oh, but wait, there's a half a pizza here that needs to go. You honor that and you step away because you're not living in a state of deprivation. So you don't have to, overfeed.
No, I don't feel like I'm on a diet at all. I feel like I made a lifestyle change. Like I keep on telling my husband, my mind is just finally in the right spot where it should have been all along. And I don't know where it got derailed, but I'm back on track.
Well, gosh, it's almost like we scripted this, and I love that. So
no, we didn't.
Yeah, no, this is totally off the cuff. As we talked probably in the first session, we're all so incredibly programmed by people who love us, who supposedly know more than we do. And we're essentially taught to not listen to our bodies. We're taught that if there's food on our plate, we're still hungry. And if we're going to get the approval of that parent, we need to be part of the clean plate club. And
Mm-hmm.
if we overeat, ignoring our body, eating with our eyes, our reward for that then is a piece of pie or a piece of cake, which sort of compounds the problem. And the funny thing is moms, primarily moms, because moms are primarily the cooks, for decades have been saying, oh, honey, clean up your plate. You'll be a big boy or you'll be a big girl. Wow, those are prophetic words, I think.
Yeah.
So I love that it, for you, it was just a matter of getting that powerful mind of yours in alignment with who you want to be, how you
Yeah.
want to be. And it's just like as if by magic, the results are just rolling in and will continue to.
Yeah. I took the approach. My biggest issue was sugar. Like I said, Sugar and I have divorced, and I'm going to take the approach that for me to be where I want to be, I have to stay away from sugar. Kind of like when I quit smoking. I'm
Yep.
taking that approach, and I'm taking one bad habit after the next. So my last one will be exercise, which I hate exercising. I hope you have something for that. If you could put it in my head that I have to exercise.
We can tweak that a little bit. That's not a problem. That's one of the beauty parts of what I do is there are very few behavioral type situations that when I help people get their own mind and their own false belief of limitation out of their way, magical things can happen. And I want to be really clear though, because I am the bus driver, but
Mm-hmm.
you're the one that created the success. And
Yeah.
so I really pat you on the back, and I'm so pleased with the outcome and how happy you are. But I want you to make sure that you reach around and give yourself a big pat on the back, because you're the one that made the call. You're the one that stuck to the program and have taken it seriously.
Yeah.
And look at the incredible results you've got. Look at how great you feel.
Yeah. I feel a big difference. I just keep looking back at my life, and like I said, I used to be really thin, and I didn't live in Michigan, and my husband and I moved back to Michigan. And when I was gone, I put on a lot of weight, and I feel like I've been hiding in my house. I used to be very outgoing, and I always went out. Now I just hide because I was embarrassed. I'm ashamed that I let myself go. And my husband's very good looking, and I just felt ashamed of myself.
So
So,
how does he feel about the return of
well, the funny
Heather?
thing is, my husband travels a lot for work, so I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in about 4 weeks. He gets home this afternoon.
Okay.
So I think he'll be pleasantly surprised. But something I know that why I know he'll be surprised is because his best friend, you know how like wives and husbands, best friends just have like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
My husband's best friend would rather chew off his arm than give me a compliment. But he came over yesterday. He's like, "Holy crap, you've lost a ton of weight. You look so good." So if he says it, I know my husband's going to be happy.
Oh, that'll be yet another bonus.
Yeah.
So I know that for some people, the price of this process, it seems like it has a high threshold. What would you say to people that are like, oh, I could never spend that kind of money on myself for that kind of a thing?
Get a side hustle. It's 100% worth it.
Okay. Yeah, and like you and I talked a few minutes ago before we started recording, I know the grocery bill um, goes down and the amount that is spent in restaurants goes down. And so it really does, even though it shouldn't necessarily be about the money is important, but the health, the change, the feeling great, all of those things come. But the return on investment also, it sort of repays at the grocery store. And
Yeah.
gosh, the longevity of, you live so much better, happier, more fully when you feel good, when you know you look good, like you said, hiding out in your house. Man, you can go out proudly and with your handsome husband and heads are going
Yeah.
to turn as you go down the street.
I'm not exactly where I want to be. My finish line isn't here, but I won't give up because now I know I'm halfway there. I'll get the rest of the way there. I just cleaned up my closet, got rid of 8 bags of garbage bag full of clothes. So I'm
Wow.
not going back there. So yeah, the reward is 100% worth it. And we'll do another one of these calls when I get to my finish line.
Wonderful.
And when I allow someone to take a picture of me in a bathing suit, that's going to be like my end all be all, because I wouldn't right now.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. You know that I'm here, a phone call or an email away if you have questions or concerns. Anybody watching this video, there'll be a crawl at the bottom with the website and my contact information. I'm always happy to have a conversation with you about your particular life, how the work I do could be beneficial for you. Those calls are free, no pressure, no obligation. And I'm finding more and more that at the end of the call, the person on the other end is saying, okay, how soon can I get in to get this rolling? And that is just a delightful process for me. Okay, Heather, any last thoughts you want to share?
Anyone can reach out to me. I mean, if I can help one person not feel the way I did, I'd be more than happy.
May I include your email address?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would never do that without your permission, but yep, I will add that to the crawl as well. Because Heather is a very successful, unbiased observer of the process. I am not so unbiased, it turns out. So
Right.
Thank you again, Heather, for your generosity and willingness to talk about this. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.